That was while we were growing up. I don't know if this talk is still true, because now Mr. Adekunle agreed that yes, that we have a lot of homeless people there.
It's not true that I know people who can never come back to this country in the next 35 years.
Wow.
Why? I have my reason for saying that. Now, you see, now they are even behind in where they are living. So if you cannot meet up with where you are living, how then you really think of coming home? Because the people you are coming to meet, the longer you stay there, the more they expect you become rich. So if you had gone for 10, 15 years, they think by the time you are back, this guy is coming loaded. So if you are coming to tell them story about, Solomon Jaro died and that is something, they don't want to listen to you. What they want to, every story that you are telling them must come with million. If it doesn't come with it, they will relegate you. So basically, I can tell that the people over there that they say that the poorest person abroad is not true completely. That is the richest person. You can say it this way, that the poorest richest man there, because of the exchange rates, is richer than the richest person here. That makes sense. But if you want to put it in this way and say the poorest person over there are poor, official poor, spiritually poor, and commercially poor people over there. They are poorer than the poorest that you can tell. And you know one thing about the poverty, it's so thick that when it affects someone like a virus, it shows. People don't understand. It's a spirit. It affects your thinking, your mind, your outfit, your thinking capacity, your productivity is affected. Because poverty, somebody can be broke yet be rich. Because wealth is not measured by the numbers of cash you have in your pocket. So if we're saying you are poor, the poor we're talking about, you have nothing to offer. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah. As long as you have something to offer, look out for those people who have that services that you can give and get. Even when I was in Nigeria, I wasn't broke. And I will explain to you why I wasn't broke. There was a day realistically, I don't have cash flow before I got my job in the bank. I was staying in a house and I needed cash. So I thought of what I could do. Of course, I studied mathematics. And I spotted a school very close to where I was staying. And I went there and I said, please, can I teach your student for free? I'm not joking. This is what I said. Can I teach your student for free? Not knowing that, coincidentally, their mathematics teacher has just resigned. So they needed, and they were close, it was close to their white time period. So I said, you know what? I can teach you SS1 for free, SS2 for free, SS3 for free. So I went there, I said, why sitting down? I said, I don't have money. Why don't just go and pass the listen to it? I can be spotted, somebody can see me. And I went to the school, I asked the student, what exactly are your major challenges? They outlined them. They will pick them in the order of priority. Which one is more difficult? We started with the difficult one, the less difficult, and the less sour. Finish SS1. Any question? No question. SS2, bam, 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 the order of priority. Done. SS3, the same. And because I wasn't expecting anything, I didn't even go back to the principal to tell him I am going, because I was not expecting anything. But as soon as I was done, one of the students went to the teacher. I don't know, maybe it's the principal that told him that if this man is going, let him come. So when the principal, the student went to meet the principal and tell the principal that I finished and I want to, I'm already on my way. The man asked them to chase me and say, no. So the guy chased me, said, no, the principal wants to see me and said, why did you just leave that? I said, sir, I wasn't expecting anything. I just came here to just give my knowledge to the people and see how it's going to affect them positively. And the man said, no. The exact money that I was looking for was the money the man paid me. So, exact money to solve the problem I needed to solve. So that's what I'm saying to people. In your way of trying to help, your reward will be kept aside. You might not be thinking it, but just have that. So you can see, I was broke, but I was rich. So that mentality of my success was what gave birth to the money I needed. So poverty in that area, when you say someone is poor there and someone is rich there, it's even those days, some of our people, there are so many proverbs that are irrelevant that but now that we grow up, we now say, who say this nonsense? What kind of proverb is this? What kind of this is that? You now realize that it's bullshit.
Yeah.
So basically, like I said to you, it's about the mindset, and it's but the only difference between abroad and Nigeria is the currency and the exchange rates. Because the effort you put into doing certain things, like I'll bring £100 out now, I'll get 200,000. Bring a 200,000 now out now in Nigeria, I'll only give you either 98 or 97 or even 95 pounds. Do you understand? So, and of course, and we put the same effort we're putting there is the same effort I will put over here. But I get paid more in this place. So that's why they say the poorest over there is richer, because they value service and they pay well. And the government regulates pay. In fact, they have a national, just the way we have our national minimum wage. Okay. The government have a minimum wage per hour. I think in England currently is about £13 per hour. But of course, if you are doing just a normal, but there are people who get 20, 25, 40, 50, 60, depends on the field, on the field you find yourself.
When you said you needed money, but you didn't see the money coming, and you went to a school to teach.
Yeah.
So, assuming those people did not pay you that day, how would you have solved your problem?
Realistically, I will feel fulfilled because my mind said go there. I've always said to people, one thing about it, we all have spirit that guides us.
Yeah.
But it's just that we deliberately, because of our poverty and challenges, we blind or deaf our ear and say, no, not me, it's not me, Jesus is coming. I find and lose that spirit. Money, come. My papa says it's coming. The position. No, it doesn't work that way. No, this is it. If your pastor prophesies to you that money is coming to your way, he's only telling that a job is coming or a problem is coming that you are going to solve. So nobody will pay you for what you are not willing to solve. Anybody that gives you something for free was actually sent to you by somebody who had either benefited from you or who know you have the capacity to solve a certain problem in certain way, or they will need you in so time. So nothing comes for free. So if you have this mindset that I have kabash, rabash, the way we do it in Nigeria, that we pray throughout from Monday to Friday, I have no problem. I used to have the mentality, I have stopped it because it does not work. If prayer can give birth to money, no prayer warrior should be poor. If prayer is the reason why you become rich, no pastor should be poor. However, am I discarding prayer? No. Prayer is good, but in the chain, it's just like an almighty formula. All the alphabet, the square roots, the B, whatever it is, each of those things that makes up the formula has its own significance, and that's what makes the formula. And you find that even the formula, there is a constant which can never be eliminated. So any formula you are deploying solving a certain problem, which God is a constant in it, if you eliminate it, you always get nothing, because that is the only defense you have as a people. But like I said to you, our mentality, our gullibility had made us want God to do everything. You find God, somebody who did not read book and say, I'm going to pass breaking, breaking unbreakable. This you will so fail that the F9 will be so, they will use red to write the F9 for you. Because if you don't do the right thing, you won't get the right result. So for me, basically, like I said to you, success is about the mind. If you can offer help to people, God will send those people that will help you too, because He is a rewarder of those who diligently serve. So when you go out to give offer, okay, for example, I shouldn't say this on here, but I'm going to say it. When they picked me from the airport, coming from Abuja, and we got to a certain place, maybe the driver was drunk or is thinking of drinking, trying to run to go and meet his alcohol, I don't know. There was a big pothole, and this man was so bold to be on 150. The car has a brake, he refused to press the brake. continue with the speed constantly and go through the pothole, they have the 2 front tire flats. Now, this tire got flat in the midst of the bush. Every car only have 1 spare tire. So it means we will be left, when we put the spare, we still need 1 tire to fix. So while we're there, I was not really confused, but I was just imagining that how did we test the brain of this driver before we employ him? I did not know. Then here come a young man, just parked and say, what's the problem? And we say, this is it. And he said, you know what? I have the same 2 tire in the back of my boot. And he gave us the tire and fixed it. We're able to live. So God has a way of rewarding us for our efforts. Sometimes where we're expecting it to come from might not be where it's going to come from. But let's just go out there to do good as much as we can.
Thank you so much, Mr. Adekunle.
Yeah.
I'm truly amazed by your level of
You will always be
understanding. And that takes me to Miss Ifoma. I would like you to give a message to your younger self.
Permit me to rephrase your question. The message to myself.
Yeah.
Because my younger self.
Your younger self.
Okay, so I would say, Ifoma, unlearn, relearn, and learn. Why I would say that? Because the world, we are growing. I need to constantly grow, not just comfortable where I currently am, but I need to learn more, know more, and actually make use of what I already know. That's all I have to say.
That's a very beautiful one, Miss Ifoma. And that takes me to the last lady, Miss Cynthia. I'd like you to give a message to your younger self.
I'm young, so the advice I'm giving to myself is keep focused, stay steady. Everything I want, I'm gonna achieve.
Thank you so much, Miss Cynthia. And that takes me to the last question, to our one and only handsome and amazing guest. Mr. Komolafe. So there have been a lot of there are a lot of youths out there. I want to go abroad. I want buy Benz for my mama. I want buy Benz for my papa. I'd like you to give a word of advice to such a youth planning to Japa.
Yeah, please, it is good to Japa, but then don't jar and jar leg. Because at the end of it all, people don't, the first thing is, I've seen a lot of people want to Japa. Actually, let me use the right word. Japa means want to travel abroad.
Yeah.
Who want to escape? Japa means I just want to escape. That's what it means. I want to escape. So now, this is the problem. You find that the apple that we eat in England, they find difficult to grow it in Nigeria. Now, what does that mean? Not all seed can grow everywhere. So the material you carry, the seed you carry, we are all seed. Where I'm going, am I needed? Do you understand? And you find out that some people, what they carry, it can only become billion in Nigeria. And traveling abroad will only teach them for the numbers of years they've decided to go to that part of the world. I've seen people coming back to say, I was in abroad for 15 years. But all that I've made was in Nigeria within 6 months. Why? Because what they were wired with was not needed in that country they find themselves. And nobody will ever pay you beyond what you can produce. And that's how life is. Life will not reward you beyond what you can give, what you can offer. So basically, I always say to people, before you go anywhere, ask yourself and make research on the place you are going. Am I needed? If you are not needed there, you will only be wasted. You will be wasted, and that's the truth. So for me, I will never discourage anybody from going abroad. But the point is, what are you going to do? If you think you are going there to do yahoo yahoo, well, I congratulate you, because the white people are now smarter than you. They are now smarter. The people that you go and define, oh, I'm in love, they too, they know. It is in those days that you go and deceive them that you are in the love, you are this, that, and use the love, whatever, to scam them to take their money. They are now smart, because it's all over there in the internet, love scam and all of this stuff. And you think you go there, you're a smart Yahoo boy who can do stuff in Nigeria, you think by the time you get it to be easy. In fact, you are going to prison straight away. Because now it's even difficult. When you commit crime in America, it will be in the system. If you are coming to UK, they can find it there. So it's not like you go there or now escape America or go to UK. No, it's already in their database that you are Ogbologbo Barao. So you cannot go run from America and say you are coming to UK. So have a rethink. Anytime it drops in your mind to travel abroad, the question you must ask, what am I going to do? I said to you, it's unfortunate that 95% of the people who are traveled, I use the word 95 with due respect, left the country out of frustration.
Yeah.
Only few, significant few, well, let me say 3-4% go there for academics and say the remaining 2% go there as a profession. 95% of I left out of frustration. I was in the bank, I said it before. I was a banker. Those days we don't have ATM. When you come to the bank, the highest currency is 20 naira, and I'm paying. I will count, to receive, pay from morning till night before I close every day. Imagine having this routine of every day, including Saturday. Every day, Monday to Saturday, money. Only Saturday we close around 2 or 1, I can't remember. But then, Monday, Saturday, I will not get to my house until 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 11 p.m. sometime. So the routine was killing me. So by the time I wake up sometimes, I get tired. I just told myself, you know what? I don't want this thing anymore. So in reality, it was out of frustration. It might not look at it, but within me, it was out of frustration. And was it a wrong decision? No. Because I found that those who were in the bank that I left, some of them, the frustration that they will have challenged into traveling abroad, took their life. Some have strokes, some went to prison because they end up stealing money from the bank because they are frustrated. Because bank is the only place you find that you are living. Everybody believes because you see money, you are the owner of the money. So you look like a rich man, but you are in reality, you are poor. Most of the thing we wear those days is we pay small. I'll buy shoe now, designer shoe design because I want to look like a banker, but I have to pay small sum, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months to pay. So your salary, if your salary is 50,000, I'm just saying, at the end of the day, by the time you get it, madam is already saying, don't forget my money on 26 because that's what you signed with. So every 26 you collect 6,000 or 7,000. You have to transport, you have to feed, you have brother who sees you that you wear designer. I never knew that those times I was even advertising myself. I would have even wear poor so that they know I don't have money. But by the time you show them that you are wearing design, they believe you have money. So you have brothers who will be asking you for money. This is asking for. So if you put those things together, and you now realize that I'm only living from hand to mouth. So it leads to frustration. You know what? I'm just fed up. I just decide, you know what? I'm leaving the country. So I have a reason to leave. And as at that time, I have what I could do over there. But then don't try it. So say you want to go without knowing what you want to do. And I said the other time, there are 2 things that you must answer before you leave this country. Number 1, are you going to hustle or you are going to settle? If you are not getting answer for those 2, please don't process your visa because you'll be living a confusing life. A man that is going there to settle, well, want to establish, okay, I want to have my kids, I want to have my wife. A plan, robust plan to say, in the next 2 years, in the next this, I want to do. If you're going there to hustle, it means you can do anything to make money legitimately. I don't know. Legitimately, anything you can do. Get the money, send it back home, establish yourself. So you must answer those questions. If you have no answer for them, don't even let anybody tell you Japa exists.
That was a very beautiful one from all our guests in the studio today. It's an amazing one, and I really appreciate you all.
Thank you so much.
And I hope next time when I call you, come running.
Who? Me? If you pay me 10,000 pounds, I'll come.
So if you'd like to get or see more of our shows, why not sponsor the show by calling the number scrolling down on your screen? And also for advert placement, you can also call the number scrolling on your screen. And for the upcoming Adekunle Komolafe Table Tennis competition coming up on the 9th to 25th February 2026, and you can visit our website at www.laveritatv productions.com with a donation of 2,200 naira only. And for our hotels and hospitality management, you can also visit our website at www.laveritatv.com. And you can also follow us on all our social media handles. On X is Laveritatv Ltd. On Instagram is Laveritatv Ltd. On YouTube is Laveritatv Ltd. On TikTok is MOFW Dating. And you can also follow us on our Facebook handle, Laveritatv News NG, and Adekunle Komolafe Foundation TV. That's all with us in the studio today. See you next time when we bring more amazing, interesting, and intriguing show your way. And from we in the studio, we say bye-bye.